All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another edition of Author Showcase with Kevin Vaughn. And I have the awesome opportunity here to talk to one of my colleagues. They're one of my mentees as well, and one of the best authors on the planet, Karen Vaughn. How you doing today, sister?
Well, I'm doing well. How are you, Kevin?
Doing, yeah, I'm doing
Yeah,
fantastic. So glad we've been working on this for a minute to get you on the network. So glad you took some time out today. How was
yeah.
your day today?
Well, my day was fantastic. I always have a fantastic day because no
Yeah,
matter what is going on around me or in the world
yeah,
today,
yeah,
I try to always think about
yeah,
why I'm here and
yeah,
I want creation and
yeah,
God wants us to be, happy every day. He brought us here. I'm glad that I woke up this morning and I just have to thank God that
yeah,
he woke me up this morning. So if nothing else, I have to be happy that I'm
yeah,
alive and
yeah,
kicking. And he woke
yeah,
me up this morning because there's so
yeah.
many other people out there that didn't even wake up this morning.
Right,
So
right.
my day was fantastic. So once he
Fantastic.
wakes me up in the morning, I know that I have to make the most of it, and to
Yep.
God be the glory.
Amen. That's it. That's it, Karen. You got it right on the head because nothing's moving and nothing's waking up without them. So that's for sure.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't
yes.
care where you're at on the planet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our author showcase. This is where we showcase brilliant authors like Karen Vaughn. We're going to be talking about her wonderful book today, guys, The Essence of a Woman. Wow, what a great title, Karen. Well, Karen, before we get started, there's so much going on the planet today. Do you have some words? You kind of already gave us some words of encouragement already. But
Yes.
anything else you'd like to say to encourage men and women around the globe and those who are listening right now to just keep hope alive, right?
Yes, we got to keep hope alive. There's a Bible saying, and I will lift up my head to the
Yeah,
hills.
yeah,
From whence seeketh my help. My help cometh from the Lord. So,
yeah.
you have to remember these little words. I read my Bible
Right.
every day. No matter what is going on in the world around us, we have to
Yeah,
remember that we're here. We're put here for a reason. We all are here for a purpose in life.
yes,
And
yes.
we have to remember what our purpose is. And, there's so much going on today.
Yeah,
Some people are, they're not working. Some people are
right.
laid off,
Yeah,
because, the government is shut down. So there's a
right.
lot really going on right
Yeah,
now with a lot of people being out of work. Some
right.
people are, depressed. They
Yeah,
feel down because they don't know where, how they're going to feed
right.
their families and all
Yeah,
that that's going on right now. But as
yep.
I said, we have to look to the Lord. Sometimes there's things going on that we ourselves don't even understand what's happening. But,
Right,
we seek that knowledge from when
right.
we say our prayers, when we pray to God and we ask Him,
Yeah,
what is this all about? If you are a
yeah,
believer, you will know that everything happens in His timing, everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose for everything. So
yeah.
we just have to believe that and keep our faith alive, keep the faith alive. That's what we have to do
Oh, I
day in and
love
day
it.
out.
I love it, Karen. That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we got Karen on, ladies and gentlemen. She's a woman of faith and she's a brilliant writer as well. And she's also a businesswoman as well. She's all over the place. Every now and then I'll find out where she's at. She could be here in Atlanta or in New York or in California anytime of the week. So we
Or
thank God
Florida.
for you. Florida. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, hey, this is our author showcase where we not only showcase Karen's book, we can showcase your book, of course, as well, right? You guys are authors as well. You guys are welcome. But guys, today we're going to concentrate on Karen Vaughn, her book, guys, The Essence of a Woman. But Karen, before that, I know I have your bio, but tell us a little about you. A little bit. You can go all the way back when you was a little baby, maybe if you want. But where were you born, raised, and a little bit about your childhood and also adulthood as well, if you don't mind.
Well, actually, my background is I'm of Jamaican heritage, and some
Yeah,
people don't know that. And so, yes, so right now it's a hurricane headed there too. So
yeah, yeah,
pray for the island that everything
yeah,
goes okay and well, actually what happened is we came to New York. My mother, she used to work at the hospital there. She's an RN. Well, she's retired now, but she was an
Right.
RN. She worked
Yeah.
at it used to be called Beth Israel in Manhattan, but it's now I think Mount Sinai, or it's now
Okay.
they changed the name now, but it used to be Beth Israel down in Manhattan, and she worked there for years. So
Hmm.
we were there in New York. We lived in Queens, Hollis, Queens for a while, and then
Yeah.
my mother, couldn't stand the cold anymore. She fell down in the snow on Christmas going to
Wow.
work. Because when you work in the medical field, especially in the
Yeah.
hospital, you don't
Right.
really get holidays, or, you have to work whether it's New Year's, Christmas, whatever. So
Yep.
she fell down in the snow, and she said, at one point, one of her friends said, well, why don't you look into maybe move into Florida, because it has that tropical temperature, that
Yeah.
it's not, it doesn't snow here. I mean,
Yeah.
since I've been here, it hasn't snowed. So she said, sure. She went down, checked it out. We didn't have any family there, but she had friends.
Right.
And she went down, looked around. She liked it. So she got a job there. She transferred over from New York to Florida. And that's how we ended up being in Florida. And I'm still here in Florida. I have a home here
Yeah.
now in Florida. So I kind
Yeah.
of grew up here. My sister stayed over there because she was going to college at the time, Queens College. So she
Yeah.
stayed there. I finished up Queens College there, but I came here. I went to high school here. I went to North Miami Beach Senior High.
Amen.
Finished up there, and then from there I went to college here, FIU, Florida International Miami-Dade Community College. So I
Wow.
kind of grew up here. So it's between
Yeah.
I still have family there in New York, a lot of family in New York in all the
Yeah.
boroughs. But
Right. That's
so
wonderful.
basically, yeah, so I kind of started, I grew up here. So
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know if
great.
I have New York in me, I have Florida in me, I have
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
So it's so many
Yeah. You
different, yeah.
absolutely. You're a tough lady. Yeah. You're a tough lady, guys. You don't want to mess with Karen, really, man. She's tough.
Oh, no, no,
I love it. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, if you're just joining us, hey, we're here with Karen Vaughn, one of the authors of her new book, guys, The Essence of a Woman. Wow, what a beautiful title, beautiful cover as well. And we're just excited about that. Well, first of all, we got to talk about, guys, I want you to also, everybody, all my colleagues out there, Karen, that have a podcast, radio program, television network, I want you guys to get in touch with her and have her on your program. There's the contact information. So while you're listening to the interview, you can take that information down and call her. If you can catch her, maybe you can get her on your show. I love it for sure.
And my website, is it on there as well? KarenPatrice.com. That's my
It
website.
sure is. Yes, ma'am. It sure is right there. I love it. It's a beautiful website. So thank you so much, guys, for sharing it out. And guys, when you do look at that later on, share it out on your platforms, okay? I want you guys to share out the book and, of course, share out her contact information as well. Powerful, powerful. Well, let's talk about your authorship a little bit, Karen. What in the world got you started on writing this wonderful book? I want to know why you started writing a book. Are there writers in your family who motivated you, who inspired you? What happened?
Well, there are writers in my family. My uncle has a book out, and my niece is also a writer, so she
Yeah.
also has a book out. So
Wow.
there are
Yeah.
authors in my family, but my family comes from a more medical background. As I said, my mom is an RN. I
Yeah.
have cousins who are doctors,
Right.
ophthalmologists. So it's between doctors and lawyers in my family.
Yeah.
But so basically. I was also in the healthcare. Well, I'm also in the healthcare profession because
Right.
I do the sonography and
Yeah.
the scans. I worked for Broward Health. I was doing traveling. I worked for
Yeah.
Alameda Hospital back over in California. I also worked here at Broward Health for quite a few years. I worked at West Side Regional here in
Mhm,
Florida.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
so when I traveled, I worked at Detroit Medical Center. So I've been all over.
Yeah.
I also worked in Virginia, Chesapeake, regional there. And
Yeah.
here, I did my internship at Memorial Hospital here in Florida. And then,
Wow.
so I've worked in different, I've been traveling all
Yeah.
around the United States working.
Yeah. You got a good
So
resume then, sis. You have a good resume, no doubt.
Yes. So when COVID actually hit,
Yeah.
I had actually started my book before, and
Yeah.
came up with the name, the essence of a woman, because I
Yeah.
wanted, when you think about essence, what does that signify to you? It's like it's a concept that resonated with
Yeah.
me, like biological, spiritual, and emotional.
Right.
This is what I was thinking when I came up with the word with the book Essence of a Woman.
Yeah. Right.
It signifies journey, a
Yeah.
journey of women, not only women, but it signifies to me resilience and
Yeah.
empowerment. What it
Yeah.
signifies to me, and
Yeah.
my mother, she basically was such a resilient woman. She had,
Yeah.
so and that's how I kind of patterned my life, because she's a strong woman, and
Yes.
resilient as well. And so
Yeah.
for me coming up with that name, that's how I came up with the essence of a woman. That's what it meant to me:
Yeah.
resilience, empowerment,
Yeah.
spiritual.
Yeah.
It signified, a journey
Yeah.
of journey of resilience and an empowerment. And
Hmm.
this is what we need right now, especially with
Right.
everything going on. We
Right.
we can teach others how to basically be, step into
Yeah.
that arena of being
Yeah.
resilient. And,
Yeah.
especially for young women these days, we can let them know that, they have it in them to be
Yeah.
powerful, to be resilient, to be strong, and
Yeah.
they don't have to be doing certain things that you see some of these young women out there doing
Right.
now.
Right.
They can learn from our experiences,
Yeah.
older women experiences, what they have
Yeah.
been through, and then we
Yeah.
can also take them under our wing, and we can
Yeah.
try to be like a big sister to them.
Right.
That's where
Right.
they came up with being like the big brother, big sister movement. We can have a big sister movement. And eventually that's what I want to do. I want to
Absolutely.
open, and I've prayed about this, and I know later on it may happen.
Hmm.
I want to open up a center for women, especially for young women who have been abused, who have been,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
have like a low self-esteem. I really
Right.
want to do something for these women, because I've had women in my family, that have gone through abuse. I myself have gone through,
Mhm.
verbal abuse, thinking you're not good enough,
Right.
your morale is low and
Right.
stuff like that. So
Right.
especially for women of color too, it happens a lot with a lot of us. And
Yes.
so I want to do something to
Yep.
empower other women, to make them know that they're strong, they can
Uh,
do anything they put their minds to. And this was why I came up with this idea of writing the book.
yeah.
And during
Oh,
COVID, so I started it actually before COVID, but because, with working and
right.
traveling and all that
Right.
kind of stuff, I couldn't really keep up with it, so I put it down. But then when
Right.
COVID hit and everybody was like, what are they doing? A lot of people, what happened is I was on the front line. I didn't want to be on the front line anymore because
Yeah.
of what was
Yeah.
going. We didn't know what it was in the beginning. So when COVID hit, I started doing, the desk work instead of being
Hmm.
on the front line, at the hospitals and all that, because we didn't know what was happening. Nurses were dropping dead.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, it was a whole,
Oh,
situation that it
yeah.
was new to us, so we didn't know what was going on. So I
Right.
said, I had a little bit more time on my hands, and I said, let me finish up this book. And I prayed about it, and God said, this is the time, Karen, to finish up this book. So I
Yeah.
went ahead and I said, you know what, with everything going on too, I wanted to put something out that I know would encourage a lot of
Hmm.
people that were out of work
Yeah.
at the time.
Right.
They were home. A lot of women were home too with their kids, because, the kids couldn't go to school because of the COVID. They wouldn't, schools, everything was shut down. So I said,
Hmm.
they need something that may encourage them. They need some
Yeah.
kind of empowerment, some kind of
Yeah.
something that they can read, and maybe it would, empower them
Right.
to say, well, if this girl was able to go through certain things or whatever, then I can go through it. Just something that would make them feel more empowered,
Mhm.
resilient, and so I said, let me finish this book. So that's the
Yeah.
reason why I went ahead and I finished the book, and I
Yeah.
actually put it out. I think it was right after COVID, or maybe it could have been even during COVID, or maybe a little bit
Hmm.
after. That's when the book came out. It was
Yeah.
published in that December of that year, and then
Wow.
I got it published, and it was I put it
Wow.
out on Amazon and Barnes and
Yeah.
Noble. And so,
Yeah.
yes, so that was really what
Wow.
pushed me or inspired me to get the book out was when that hit. And I just wanted, people to know
Yeah.
my story and to know of how they can empower others and be resilient. And,
Yeah.
so that's the reason I put that book out.
Yeah.
And,
Powerful.
yes. And so, I also transitioned because, as I said, I transitioned from marketing. That was what I did my major in at school, actually. It was business
Oh, okay.
administration marketing.
Yeah.
So I
Mm.
transitioned from that into the medical field. And because the
Right.
company where they relocated to
Right.
California, my mother was like, she kept pushing me into that medical thing. She's like,
Right.
why don't you do something in the medical field? Because, Florida, there are so many people that need
Yeah.
that. And, being in Florida, you need to. So I went back to school because, I was young enough to
Yeah.
go back to school and I did the medical thing. So I transitioned from marketing, from marketing and business, but into the medical field.
Yeah.
And I also transitioned into public speaking because I was on the panel of Becoming the Best You in November of 2021. I was in the
Yeah.
Success Fest, also the Black Authors platform back in 2021. So I did that. And so then I added author to my resume after that. So
Yeah.
I believe, by telling my story and telling,
Right.
you can
Right.
inspire others and it will help others to realize they can achieve anything that they make up their minds to do.
Ooh. Beautiful.
I will
Beautiful.
also, and I strive to keep motivating, therefore making a difference in my community and eventually, in the world, basically. That's why you said we're
Exactly.
going worldwide, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yes, and because my motto in life really is all our dreams can come true
Yeah.
if we have the courage to pursue them. That's what my
Absolutely.
motto has been, and it still is,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
therefore I always look forward to anything new, any new chapters that I can,
Right.
anything new and anything that I know that I can step into. I'm
Yep.
always looking for new
Yeah.
ways to develop myself to
Yeah.
be better than what I am right now. Because by
Yeah.
doing that, I can better help and serve my
Yeah.
community and help
Absolutely.
others too to be better. Because the more you can do, the more higher you go, it's the better that you can do to help others as well.
Right.
So I'm always
Absolutely,
looking
Karen.
to do that
Wow.
and to look out for others and help
Yep.
others, bring them along the way. So,
That's what it's all about. Yep,
yes,
that's
yes,
exactly what it's all about, Karen. We are not here on this planet to just take care
right.
of ourselves, are we?
We're not, we're
That
not.
is
We're
for
always
sure.
here. We're always here to help others as well.
Yeah,
That's what the
uh,
Bible says. We're to bring others along with us, and I
absolutely.
think that's the best way. Yeah, that's the
Absolutely, no
best
doubt
way.
about it. And Karen, as you know, the good Bible, man, the good book of the Lord, late John, tells us, even for the men, we're supposed to teach the young men, and the older women are supposed to teach the younger women. That's what Karen's
Right?
talking about. We have that's the only way
Mhm.
they're going to get the wisdom. How are you going to know? We didn't know unless you have somebody older than you that has integrity and has the wisdom of the woman or man. How are you going to know? So that's what Karen's all about. I love that title, guys. Essence of a Woman. I was writing down some other words here. The essence of a woman is strength. I think Karen mentioned strength because she got that from her mom, but also wisdom,
Mhm.
love, faith, of course, and most of all, courage to continue. Wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
women out there, you are amazing. All I can
Thank
say, Karen, we're so proud of you and so excited because people
you.
have gone through a lot of stuff to get to where they're at today. So we're
Yes.
just so proud that you're releasing this book, The Essence of a Woman. Guys, we're promoting the book and interviewing the author today, Karen Vaughn, about this
And
wonderful book. Isn't that beautiful? I love that cover. How'd you do
showing
the
the
cover? Tell us
book.
about the cover a little bit. How'd you come up with the cover?
Well, I felt that, it says the essence of a woman. My publisher said to me, well, because I was gonna maybe put another picture on there, not myself, and
Yeah,
she said, well, why don't you put yourself? You're the essence of a woman. You're
yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
You're resilient. So put a
Yeah,
picture of you on there. So I actually went and I got a professional picture taken, and that's
yeah,
how I came up with that with that picture there on the book. And
wonderful.
as the book says, it's this book is like a guided tour.
Yeah.
So it's guiding you through an obstacle course. It's an obstacle course and of
Yeah.
intensive challenges in my life. And
Yeah.
it's a thrill-seeking venture, which is
Right.
how I put it on the back of the book. It humbly signposts the way to my podium, which is a victor's podium that
Right.
I'm finally able to climb and my strategies. I share strategies in the book for coping,
Yeah.
overcoming, because, I just want my readers, and it's for men and women, but especially for women,
Yeah.
to realize that they too can overcome life's challenges without losing themselves. And, that's the most common pitfall of all, because, when sometimes people, once they start getting to a certain point in their lives, or they reach
Hmm.
a certain pinnacle in their life, they lose themselves. They don't know who
Yeah.
they are anymore. And, that's
Right.
why I wrote this book, because I want them
Yeah.
to read the
Yeah.
book to kind
Right.
of overcome these challenges.
Yeah.
And the way overcame my challenges, and because
Right.
of my faith, because of my
Yeah.
persistent faith was my
Right.
lifeline. It kept me going, kept me
Yeah.
safe, kept me,
Yeah.
strong, secure. Because when you know who you are, nothing can really move you.
Nope.
I'm curious. When you know who you are, you know whose you are, because
Right.
you're also
Yep.
a product of, you didn't come here. People think that they made themselves. You didn't make yourselves. There's the
Nope.
Almighty brought you here. He knew about you before you were even in your mother's womb. So when you know who you are
Yep.
and you know whose you are, nothing in this life that can shake you. Nothing at
Right.
all.
Amen.
So,
I love it. That's powerful. That is so powerful. Please understand what she just said, folks. That was powerful, Karen. You got to understand, folks, we did not come here by choice. We didn't
right.
bring ourselves here. Come on, guys. I think everybody on the planet should know that now. And if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it offline later on. But guys, I did not bring myself here. I don't even know when I'm leaving, one day. So guys, you got to know that there is a God in heaven that loves you and he wants the best for you. And we just thank God that he has given Karen that courage and also the people around you and an awesome mom that encourages her and has encouraged her as well. Oh, it's just amazing. So the essence of a woman, guy, what a powerful book. I mean, when you just say it right, it just sounds good, don't it? What a great time. Yeah, it's
The
great.
message of this book also, as I hold it up here so you can see it,
Yeah.
the message of this book, and I think you have it there on the background, so you see it
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, let me get out the way. I'm gonna get out the way so they can see it while you're
Yeah,
talking. I'll be back.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
right behind you there. So
Mhm.
yeah, so right, that's a book there, and it's on Amazon. It's
Yeah.
currently it just went into Barnes and Noble, so that's not on
Yeah.
there. That it's in Barnes, but it is in there now. But when
Yeah.
it came out, it was just on Amazon. But of
Gotcha.
course, yes. So of course, the central message of this book is if you're going through hell, or if you're going through a bad time in your life, like even
Yeah.
maybe now, some people are going through what they're going through now, like as I mentioned, since the government is shut down, some people are
Yeah.
out of jobs. And, the central message of this book is,
Right.
you can't sit down and be fair every day. You got to
Right.
know, like I said, that there's something, greater than you. You can't stay whimpering in the dark. What you can
Right.
do is cry out to your Savior, or cry out to God, who sees and answers prayers. And
Yeah.
he can make a way for you. He'll make a way of escape for you and prepare, and he's going to prepare you for
Yeah.
something that will surely come. Once you realize that he is your Savior, and
Yeah.
he knows your
Yeah.
heart. So if
Yeah.
you're really sincere, he will answer your prayers. If you're really
Amen.
sincere about what you want and what you want to do, and just give him the glory, he will make a way for you. He
Oh,
will
I
have
love
a
it.
way of escape, and he will prepare. In your prayers, he prepares a
Yeah.
table in the front of your enemies. He'll prepare a table for you.
Yep.
So if you believe in that, you really will, you'll come out on top. You'll be resilient. You will,
Yes.
you'll embrace you'll embrace yourself. You'll know who
Yeah.
you are, And just know that God has what God has in store for you. There's a new life for you on the other side. So
I
once
love
you
it.
put the work in, and once you go through, what you go through, you may go through some pain, but on the other side, there's glory. So you got to remember
Amen.
that.
Amen.
And then, yeah.
That
And
is
so,
so.
mhm. Go ahead.
No, that's
Go-
great. Yeah, continue. I just wanted to say that's powerful right there, folks. I hope y'all listening out there to Karen Vaughn. She is the author of The Essence of a Woman. And
Yes.
Karen, I want you to just talk to women right now because there's some women, mainly our young women, they just don't have the guidance sometimes. Anything on your heart you'd like to say to some young women out there? And maybe a young mom, could be a teenager just, getting out of college or maybe in college and doesn't really have a mentor or mentee in their life. Can you talk to the young women right now for a little while?
I would tell them that, don't give up, don't despair. I know that life sometimes can,
Yeah.
drag you down. You think you have no one. I mean, some
Right.
people have no one. They have mothers,
Right.
no father, no mother.
Right.
And I do understand that. I grew up with my parents. Not everybody had a mother or father in the
Right.
home. I
Right.
was very lucky to have had that. At one point I just had my mother, but at least, I had two parents that
Right.
I
Right.
could reach out to. I know a lot of these young kids, they don't have that, or,
Right.
they have no one, and
Right.
they feel, despair. They may turn to drugs, they may turn to prostitution, they may turn to
Right.
a lot of other things. But
Yeah.
I just want you to know that you have, keep your faith. Never think that you have no one in life, because if you reach out to God and you pray to Him and you are a believer,
Yeah.
he's your father. So even though you never had a father figure in your life, you can reach out to him. That's your father right there. And,
Yes.
I know that it's tough and it's hard, but I mean,
Yeah.
once, as I
Praise.
mentioned, once you go through certain pains and in your life and everything, there's always glory on the other side. Sometimes you
Amen.
have to tough it out. You have to realize that,
Right.
there that you do have him. If you have no one else in your life, you can
Yeah.
pray.
Yeah.
You have God, and he will take you out of the pitfalls or whatever you're in right now. He'll put someone in your path. You may not even know that person. It might be a stranger, but
Right.
there's someone that will reach out to you and will try to help you. Just remember, that, once you pray to him and he knows your heart, he really knows what you want and what you intend to do. You ask him. You said, just ask him to God, there's no one else that I can call out to, but I'm crying out to you. I want you to, I know that I have no one else in my life, but I have you. And he will bring someone in your life. Believe you me, he'll put someone in front of you that will be willing to help you, not someone that's going to tear you down, or, you may go through, the pitfalls of hell. But as I said, glory will always be on the other side. So you'll see that in your life, and you'll wonder, how did this happen for me? And, it's only God. It's miracles do happen. I mean, even in today's day, people think miracles can't happen. Yes, it can happen. You just have to have that belief and that faith, and
Absolutely.
that strong belief and faith, and you'll see what he can do for you. He's done it for
Amen.
others. He'll do
Yep.
it for you.
Amen. And that's why she's on the cover, guys, because she's a miracle. Yeah, I'm a miracle. You're a miracle, folks, as
Right?
well. You're listening to this right now. So that is so awesome. I love it. Hey, guys, this is Author Showcase with Kevin Vaughn. We're talking to my wonderful colleague here and friend in the network here, Karen Vaughn. Ladies and gentlemen, she wrote this wonderful book called The Essence of a Woman. You guys got to get it, guys. You got to get this book. Oh, I want to ask you, Karen, how many chapters is in your book?
Well, it's actually how many pages? It's 96 pages
Oh, I
in the
love it.
book.
Yeah, that's
Right,
wonderful.
96 pages in the book. And, actually, I was gonna also, well, I have like 7 chapters in the book, seven
Wonderful.
chapters, yeah, 7 chapters.
Wonderful.
Growing up, I was so shy. I didn't even think I could be on a platform to speak to
Right.
anyone. I didn't think I could do public
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah. We all been there, man. Yeah, we
Yeah,
all been there.
when I was in college, I used to like sweat just to go up there and, and talk
Yeah.
and say something in my
Mhm.
communications class, in my psychology class when they asked me to come up in front of the class and speak.
Right.
I was like sweating bullets, man. I didn't think I could even be on a
Yeah.
platform speaking. And look at me now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying you
Nope.
cannot undermine
Nope.
what God can do in your life. Never think
Yeah.
that you can't do anything. I
Right.
mean, I actually went to, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I also have music in my blood because my
Oh,
dad
wow.
yeah, my dad sang and he played the piano. He could
Oh,
actually
wow.
play. Yeah, I think he taught himself how to play the piano, but that man could sing and play the piano like nothing else. And then he
Wow.
instilled, yeah, because of that, he said we had to go to school to learn how to play the piano.
Right.
I wanted
Right.
to play the guitar because I wanted to play the guitar. He said, no, that's not ladylike. So, back in the old school,
Yeah. Yeah.
he sent us, we had a tutor and I actually went to school of music and I did
Uh-huh.
the test there. I could read and write music at one time. That's what the tutor taught us, how to read
Oh,
and write
wow.
music and play the piano, but I didn't follow up with it, so I probably lost it. And I did
Right.
a little singing as well too.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
So that's why I love music that much. Because every day we used to hear music in the house, so I'm kind of musically inclined as well. So I do love a lot. I
Yeah.
love all genres of music, classical
Wow.
music, hip
Yeah.
hop, R&B, some a little
Yeah.
rock, not,
I
so yes,
love it.
I'm
Yeah, I
musically.
love it, Karen. That's beautiful. Yeah, I know you're brilliant, no doubt about it. You're brilliant. You're a genius. And I was going to ask you, do you write poetry as well?
Well, I did an anthropology for this book. It's called Rising Through the Pain. I
Yeah.
just have a
Yeah.
little book. Yeah, the book is I
Yeah.
don't have the book here with me, but this is the cover of the book. And it's
Yeah.
an anthropology that I did with Dr. Vanessa Blackwell. She's from
Yeah.
Maryland. And
Hmm.
yes, I wrote a chapter in there about grief because
Yeah.
I've gone through grief in my life. I've had people that have died in my life. Actually, my father is not alive right
Oh,
now. He died
wow.
couple years ago. My
Wow.
grandmother also, and then my I have a daughter, and her dad
Yeah.
also died. So I
Yeah.
wrote about grief. My chapter in
Mhm.
this book, Rising Through the Pain, is about grief
Right.
and what I
Yeah.
went through.
Wow.
Losing
Incredible.
all these people that were very close to me, and what I went
Yeah.
through. So I wrote a chapter on that in that book.
Yeah. That's
So
wonderful.
yes, and so I also have another book out here. So this book
Yeah.
is out as well, Rising Through the Pain. It's on
Right.
Amazon, and I also have another book with Dr. Joan Goodright,
Mhm.
and it's called
That's this one
Thriving
up here, right?
Yes,
That's this one up here.
Beyond
Hmm.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Beyond Survival to Thriving. And you guys need to get this book as well. It's on Amazon and it's in Barnes and Noble as well.
Hmm.
It's maybe about, I would say, these are the women that are in the book. It's about 15 women. We all
Yeah.
wrote about empowering stories and
Yeah.
advice from women about balancing careers, business,
Hmm.
relationships, so we talk about all that. Her husband, he died as well, Dr. Joan Goodright. So she's had grief in her life and she's had to go
Yeah.
through that as well. So
Woo.
you need to
Yeah.
get this book as well, people. Read about all the stories about women that have gone through
Right.
situations that maybe you're going through right now, or maybe you have gone through in your life, and you'll see how we were able to overcome it.
Yeah.
So yes, and I wrote my chapter is in there as well. It's about thriving through divorce and business, how I was able to handle divorce and business, and it's in here how I was
Yeah.
able to do that.
Wow.
And 'cause I did go through a divorce as well in my life. So yes, so all of that information is in this book as well. So I have like three books out. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is my actual book. It's
Yeah.
about the essence of a woman. Then I have Beyond Survival to Thriving, which I have a chapter in here. And then I have an anthropology, Rising Through the Pain.
Right.
And then I also wrote the foreword for another book called Breathe Again. That's with
Mm.
Dr. Tierra
Wow.
Graves. Her name is Dr. Tierra, Tierra Graves. She's from Maryland as well. And
Wow.
she went through a situation with pneumonia, and I wrote the foreword on pneumonia for her because she wanted someone in the medical field that was
Yeah.
licensed.
Right.
foreword. So I
Hmm.
wrote the foreword in that book as well. It's called Breathe Again, and it's on Amazon.
Wow,
So
that's powerful.
you can check that one out as well.
I love it. That's great. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Karen Vaughn on Author Showcase. We are showcasing her wonderful talent and writing skills and her book, guys, The Essence of a Woman, right there. Hey, guys, you see the information? It's the contact information. I want you guys to also visit her website later on today or tomorrow, whenever you can, guys. But definitely take a snapshot of this, but go to KarenPatrice.com. That's her website for more details. Also, too, you can book some time if you can catch her. You can book some time with her and ask questions, ladies, specifically if you have questions about some things you may be going through confidentially. I'm sure Karen will be glad to help you
Yes.
navigate that a little bit as
And
well.
I
So that's
thank you so much, Kevin, for having me on the show. That's my fan, Kevin Vaughn. He has
absolutely.
a podcast. He's are you an ordained minister or you're
Elder.
elder? Okay,
Uh,
I went to church in
yeah,
Atlanta. You wanted me to
yeah,
go there. It was
yep,
so I mean, it was you could feel the spirit of God in that church. Believe
yeah,
you me. You guys
yeah.
need to check out the church. What's the name of the
Yep.
church again?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that because we're going to give a shout out to my apostles, Apostle Zoe and Kevin Leggett in Conyers, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called Kingdom Works International Ministries in Conyers, Georgia. If you don't have a church home in the Conyers and DeKalb area, even Metro Atlanta for that matter, come out and visit us. You can go to Kingdom Works International on Facebook, and or you can contact me, guys. I'll be glad to send you that information. But I want you guys to have a church home, right? So it's so important to have church fellowship and also Bible study and all that's great, folks. So guys, give us a call. That's Kingdom Works International Ministries. I'm one of the elders of the church. So thank you so much, Karen. That's powerful. We got to give credit where credit's due, and that's our elders and also our ministers and our pastors and our evangelists and most of all our apostles. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
check it
Thank you
out.
so
I
much.
mean, it's a wonderful experience. I went
Yeah,
there, and
yeah,
I can tell you that the spirit of God is in that
yeah,
place. So check
yeah,
out um check out his church in Conyers, Georgia. If anyone is
yeah,
going there or visiting the Georgia area, please check it
yeah,
out. And
absolutely.
also check out my book. It's on Amazon,
Okay.
Barnes and Noble.
There you
Check
go.
out both books.
That's right. Matter of fact, you know what's happening, guys? We got holiday season coming up. Y'all need to give some gifts, right? You can give the book as a gift to somebody, right? That you think really needs it, right? And you can give them some other stuff, but get the book and give it as a gift. You never know; it'll change your life, folks. It could change a man's life or a woman's life, specifically for women, maybe. But I'm sure men would also benefit as well from that. On top of that, so guys, get the book on Amazon and also Barnes and Noble, and of course you can contact Karen for more consultation, specifically the women. If you just want to talk to somebody or have a question for Karen, please give her a call, folks.
Yes,
She will make a difference in your life, okay? And of
yes,
course,
I will.
yeah, no
But
doubt about
another
it.
thing I didn't mention that I started doing mental health. I just needed to do, I actually finished the course, but I
Yeah,
haven't taken the state exam, but I did the classes and
yeah,
I was supposed to go take the state exam for
yeah,
mental health. So I do have some knowledge of that as well. So that's
yeah,
what I was wanting to do because, as I said, a lot of these situations stem from maybe people's
yeah,
backgrounds when they were younger, certain things
yeah.
happened to them in life. And, even though you were young, you could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old and something traumatic happened in your
Right,
life and
right, right.
sometimes carried into your adult lives. And
Yes,
that's
you
why I
do.
started even studying about that because I wanted to know what made certain people do
Right,
what they do. And it
right.
all came back to maybe
Yeah,
something that happened in their earlier life, something
yeah,
traumatic that happened
right.
to them. So mental
Absolutely.
health is so important, and
Yes, it is. Very,
yes,
very serious. And that's why, and we want you guys to reach out, guys. We want you to reach out. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out to Karen, or you can contact me on the network here, wherever you see this at. I'll make sure if you're interested in talking to her, I'll get you the information so you can call her directly, guys. But also, we have resources around the country, folks, as well, that we can get you to as well. Okay. We want to make sure you get the help you need. Don't do it by yourself, folks. Do not try to navigate everything by yourself. Ask questions. Everything we share is, you share will be confidential. Okay, so it's very, very important. But if you're interested in that, let us know. We'll be glad to accommodate you in that area. Hey, Karen, I wanted to ask you about any final thoughts. So, any final thoughts and takeaways for today here before we let you go we'll get ready to wrap this baby up here. But any final thoughts?
Well, the final thoughts would be, like I said, for everyone that experiencing some kind of traumatic, something traumatic in life, or if they feel that they cannot go on, please
Yeah.
don't turn to drugs, don't turn to
Right.
suicide.
Right.
Try to get the help that you need. If you
Yeah.
even speak to someone, whether it's if you can't speak to your family member or
Right.
your
Yeah.
immediate member, speak to a friend, speak to
Yeah.
someone that can get you the help that you need,
Right.
because there's so much going on in this world right now.
Yeah.
We really,
Yeah.
and we really need to turn back to to praying in schools, turn back to God, because
Yep.
a lot of people, they don't even remember who, yeah, they don't have any prayer life, they don't know
Right.
the Lord, they don't know anything about, they're
Right.
just going along in life, not even
Yep.
knowing what they're doing. They're turning to drugs, turning to
Yep.
prostitution, turning to
Right. Right.
all these different things, instead of just going down
Yep.
on their knees and
Right.
praying and asking
Right.
for,
Yeah.
asking to forgive them for whatever wrongs they've done, and just asking for some kind of guidance in their
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
You kneel down on your knees and you cry out to Him. Believe you me, I've done it, and I know that it
Yep.
has help, and He
Yep.
can turn your life around. You never know what
Right.
happened, where how He can turn your life around, no matter what you have done in life. I mean, you
Yep.
know, uh, I've talked to so many people. I myself haven't had anything where, I've that traumatic, where,
Right.
because I've never done drugs, believe it or not. I've never even smoked in my life, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're lying," and no, I'm not lying. I mean, I've drank, where I've gotten drunk before, and I did it one time and felt like I was gonna die, and I'd never do it again. But I do not. I never look down on anyone, because anything can happen to anyone in life. And what I try to do, I try to encourage people. So no matter how bad you think
Yeah.
something in your life or anything you have done, God doesn't look at that. He was on the cross with someone that was, what, I think the guy that was beside him was
Yep. A
a
thief on the
murderer.
cross. Yep. A
Right.
thief on the
So
cross. Yep.
as long as you call out to Him, He
Yep.
doesn't care. He
Yep.
doesn't care about what you did in your, previously, whatever, what you've done, what you think that it's the worst thing in your life. You can always cry out to Him, and He will
Amen.
turn your life around. Believe you
Oh,
me, He
you
will do
got
that.
that right, Karen. You got that
So
right.
just
I
keep
love it.
your faith, and get to a Bible-based church, or someone in that you can talk to, whether it's a pastor or just a big brother, big sister.
Right.
And as I said, you can talk to me, like Kevin Vaughn said. Just call
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Any problems you have, reach out to me. I'll be happy to help. I'll be happy to help. I do have
Absolutely.
that. I mean, I didn't take the exam, but I do have that mental health, background, so I can
Right.
talk to you. You just
Yeah.
reach out to me. Don't be afraid.
Right.
I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
I don't look at people and judge anyone. God didn't judge anyone, so I would not judge
Yeah.
nobody. Just reach out
Right.
to Candy Vaughn. My website is there. My email is there. Just reach out to me, and I'll be happy to talk to you and help you. And
Oh,
that's
thank you so much, Karen. That's powerful. Hey, guys, if you got any questions about what we're talking about, let me know. Okay. We'll be glad to entertain that. Also, too, Karen, I do a lot of listening. I'm not always counseling, but always listening too as well. So, guys, we're here to listen to you. We're here to get you the right resources. We have professional resources from all across the land, specifically in the United States, guys. We have phone numbers and people who are licensed and can set you up with the right resources that you need. So if you need that, let us know, okay? Because we do have those by county, by state, and federal as well. So keep that in mind. These are hotlines, guys. If you need that, let us know. Call us. You are so special. Please know how special you are. I know life it gets a little tough sometimes, but it's not tougher than you. You're tougher than the life. Okay, you got to understand that things are going to happen, but you're tough. That's what the essence of a woman is all about: being tough and being resilient, but most of all, being victorious. I think that's what the book will show you, folks, is how victorious Karen is. and all those who read it as well. That's powerful. Well, Karen, one thing we got to do is have you back. You're always welcome to come back. So if you're ever writing a book, or if you're writing a movie or a script, or maybe even a theater, something at the theater you can do, let us know.
In the head, because we're trying to do that right now. But so we'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. Anything you want to do, and sometimes it's just we come on just to encourage people, just to let them know, hey guys, it's okay. Matter of fact, I have one of my pastors, Karen. She said, man, some things are not that serious. Sometimes we just take stuff too serious. Now there are some things that are serious, but sometimes we just take life too serious, folks. You got to understand, not everything is that serious. You just got to keep moving. And don't stand still, guys. That's the key, is don't stop. Keep moving. Keep moving. I love it. I love it. Well, Karen, this has been great. Ladies and gentlemen that are listening live, thank you so much for your time. Please share this out on all your social media platforms. I'll be pushing this out on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and all the above. So we're going to have a lot of people calling you, hopefully they're caring about your book and ordering your book. So look for the sales to go up between now and December.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Thank you. And I appreciate you. And when I'm in Conyers again or in that area, I certainly will come back to that church, to your church. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah, we thank you so much for that. Always. Also, whenever you're traveling, safe travels with you as always, Karen. So thank you so much for your time. Hey, guys, we've been here with Karen Vaughn, the author of Essence of a Woman. What a beautiful, I like that bow too, man. Is that one of your favorite colors, that teal?
Yes.
That's Tiffany. That's the Tiffany bow, it looks like, almost.
It's a Tiffany color.
Yeah, I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much. Hold on a minute, Karen. We'll get ready to go out here. But guys, I want to leave this with you guys. As my mentor would say, Karen, remember to always out-love, out-serve, and out-forgive each other, guys. And remember that Jesus is Lord. And if you guys want to know more about that, please let us know. We'd be glad to talk to you about that, guy. We're not talking religion. We're talking facts, okay? There is a God in heaven. If you just go outside and look up, you'll see that this didn't create itself, okay? Please understand that. Nothing in my home was created by itself. Somebody had to bring it, and create it or build it. And that's what God has done. He has built us, created us. He built this entire universe. And you better give him some props, right, Karen? You better give God his credit. That's all I'm saying. Because nothing just happens, folks. I don't care if it's a big bang. He started the bang, okay? Please understand that. Whatever way he did it or wanted to do it, I don't care if he lit a match. He lit the match, okay? It didn't happen by itself. So I love it. Well, Karen, thank you so much for your time. You have a great rest of the week. And thank again for your time. Wow, what a powerful book. Hey, guys, The Essence of a Woman. I love that title. That sounds like a good movie, too, man. You better start a movie or something on that. Man, that's powerful. You can have a series and make you $1 billion off of that,
Thank you, Kevin. You have a good rest of the day.
All right, you too.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Oh, absolutely, guys. Hey, thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget to share this out on all your platforms, guys. And let's just get those numbers up to thousands of people that hear the voice and the wisdom of this wonderful writer and author, Karen Vaughn, one of my best people on the planet. Y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time, okay? Thank you so much again, Karen, for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time, guys. Take